Hello everybody, this is Dr. Bob DiMaria with another episode of Ask Dr. Bob. Some very new, different type of questions. We always love a variety of questions. Question number one, Dr. Bob, what do you do for exercise? So I start my day off by bouncing on a 65 centimeter ball for about 12 to 15 minutes. Depending on the weather conditions, like this morning I rode my bike for around 6 miles. Came home, I have an elastic band that I'll stretch and do some stretches in front of my body, behind my body, some biceps and triceps. I have several free weights that I'll do, either overhead, some biceps, triceps, I'll do some crunches, shrugs, a variety of weights, free weights. I'll do some sit-ups also. Then tonight I more than likely will take a walk for around 2 miles. So that's what I do on a very consistent and regular basis. Very good question. Somebody wanted to know, what's your opinion about eating duck? I want you to know I usually eat duck at least once or twice a year during the holiday season. There happens to be a local restaurant that does an excellent job preparing duck. I've tried to make duck myself at home. It's a lot of work and you don't get a lot of meat, and they do have organic duck, by the way. Someone wanted to know about facial hair. I'm assuming it's a female. What I have noticed that oftentimes it's a hormonal imbalance, and it could be a cyst on your ovary. And I also see pituitary involvement, but basically I most commonly see a cyst on an ovary because cysts on ovaries tend to make testosterone, and you may want to do a saliva test checking for your hormones level, and if your testosterone is high, that would be something I would be concerned about. Dysphagia is difficulty in swallowing. Someone wanted to know how they could best support that. I have learned over time there's another statement called globus hystericus. If somebody has a deficiency in potassium, great sources of potassium have been avocado and cucumber. I don't promote bananas. Dysphagia, potassium. Dr. Bob, I have chronic sinus problems. Taking antibiotics. You had some sinus surgery back in August of 2015. But I have found from my experience the leading cause of sinus: peanut butter, dairy, wheat, and sugar. Dairy, peanut butter, wheat, and sugar. That means you don't want to have a donut that has peanut butter in it, and it would avoid candy bars that have peanut butter in it. If you go off that peanut butter, dairy, you will be amazed how quickly your sinuses will clear up. Dr. Bob, I'm having some candida. You're 22 years old, have recurring vaginitis that's going on in your body, and you had a list of everything you had done. I would check for parasites. I had someone that came into my office today, chronic health problems, very severe health problems, and her teeth were ground down, and I know she has parasites. People who have parasites grind their teeth at night. They usually wake up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. They always have a lot of chronic health problems that never go away. People who eat sushi, been to third world countries, eat wild game, and people who have cats tend to have parasites. Okay, bad breath. Bad breath is usually not enough digestive enzymes in the stomach, and your stomach becomes a compost pile. Also be aware of food combining. If you're going to have any kind of animal protein, have a green vegetable with it. You don't want to consume starchy foods with animal proteins. That means spaghetti and meatballs could be an issue for some of you, especially blood type A. They wanted to know someone about rice cakes. There are brown rice cakes out there. I often use these multi-grain squares that they have available right now with the almond butter and coconut oil. So there are brown rice cakes. I do not use the thick ones. They're square and they're thin, and 2 of them are 47 calories, if that will help whoever asked that particular question. How do you cure puffy eyes? Well, a lot of times I have someone that came to my office yesterday. She got off of gluten and dairy. That's important. Drank more water. She also used the castor oil pack. Dairy and gluten can cause a lot of that facial challenge. Somebody wanted to know about a gentleman who's having low back pain into their buttocks. You need to get an x-ray. You want to make sure that you're not having either a spondylolisthesis and or compressed discs in your low back. Get x-rays standing up by a skilled chiropractor and be treated accordingly. Someone wanted to know about what type of tea do I drink, and do I drink tea? I don't drink tea. I drink organic coffee. That's one of the reasons that we started creating Dr. Bob's organic coffee. I just never had a taste for tea. I know a lot of people enjoy tea. I know there's a lot of varieties of tea. I would definitely go with an organic herbal tea, would probably be the best. I also can tell you that oftentimes tea can have more caffeine in it than regular coffee does. Trans fat. Trans fat is a man-made fat. It sabotages your body's ability to make good long-chain fatty acids. I wrote a book called Dr. Bob's Trans Fat Survival Guide. A normal fat is C-shape. Trans fat is T-shape. Cell membranes are C-shape. When you have a fat that is cooked vegetables, basically what trans fat is, you can't do it at home. They have to make it at a manufacturing. It sabotages your body's ability to make good oil. If you see a package that says trans fat free and you turn it over and it has partial hydrogenated oils in it, you don't want to eat that because it's going to sabotage your normal good health. Last question. We got a lot of traction on my Shake the Head peanut butter video that we posted on the internet. What I have learned, peanuts are an issue for a lot of people. Peanuts have a mold on them. I know that the protein in them is antagonistic to the antibodies in your body. They are looked on as foreign invaders. This does not impact everybody, but there's a certain group of people that have not enough digestive enzymes in your body. They might have parasites. They might eat too much sugar. They might not have enough oil in their body. And peanuts. So I'm not talking about peanut sensitivity that you have a shock and your airways plug up. I'm just talking about day-to-day people who have chronic sinus problems. Wonderful questions. I think it would be really wise for you to pass this on to a friend. I'm Dr. Bob DeMaria.